Good day to you all. I'm Stuart Horton, National Account Manager for Protection at Aegon, and today we're going to be looking at living in a digital world. Within the protection industry, we've generally really been slow to embrace technology advancements, and customer expectations are much greater than we've been able to provide. This presents great opportunities, and if we don't rise to the challenge, someone else will. I will talk about some good uses of technology, express some concerns about where this might lead, and consider some options for how we could use technology to improve the take-up of protection in the UK. There is no doubt we are living in a digital age. Digital technology plays an ever-increasing role in our day-to-day lives, from travel, the way we book our holidays, the fact that we are all comfortable with receiving no more than an email as confirmation of a very expensive purchase. We have online shopping, how we pay for stuff, contactless payments, etc., to monitoring and tracking our health and fitness via mobile apps and devices, and even controlling our heating via smartphones. We are experiencing a digital revolution, and like the Industrial Revolution, it is dramatically changing operational efficiencies, but also the way we access products and services. So how has the protection industry adapted to this digital age? Slowly, really, is the answer, and that makes all of us that work in it exposed to someone adapting quicker than us. Whilst not exactly moving into the digital age, I did want to highlight some good technological advances that have made all our lives in protection easier, creating efficiencies for advisors and providers while helping to reduce costs and prices for customers. The introduction of comparison engines have completely revolutionised how we quote, compare and advise on protection products. The automation of quote and apply services let you offer your customers a quicker and more efficient service. It allows you to shop around and get the best price at the click of a button. Independent product databases have dramatically reduced the time required to review and research the options available to customers. Advisors can review and compare multiple insurers and their products at the touch of a button, providing the flexibility to review quality factors in addition to price. Advisor back-office systems have also developed in line with technological improvements, providing operational efficiencies, from providing a single view of customer details and products to managing all processes from lead generation to marketing. And let's not forget the ability to store large amounts of paperwork online or in the cloud. Life offices have gone some way to automating their systems too, allowing improvements to advisor and customer experience, decisions to be made quicker communication between doctors and insurer, for example, niche health and their electronic GPRs, faster communication between insurer and advisor, and ultimately better outcomes and decisions for your customer. Underwriting engines have delivered speed and flexibility to the underwriting process, allowing underwriting decisions, including indicative loadings, to be made quicker and at the point of sale, with some allowing you to quote, underwrite, and buy multiple protection products from a range of providers in one single process. All helping, therefore, to meet customers' buy now immediate expectations. Claims is arguably the most important part of the protection service, paying a claim when the customer needs it most. New innovators such as Lemonade have introduced a mobile-first digital service that aims to make paying a claim on protection quick and simple. Innovations in technology such as electronic death certificates can allow claims to be paid much quicker. Advances in technology have helped to increase efficiency and cut down on the time spent doing basic administration. There can be no doubt technology has allowed the protection industry to streamline its processes and helped providers and advisors to cut costs and reduce prices for customers. Yet, we still haven't managed to grow the market. I suggest this is because advisors are massively important to the protection selling process, helping to explain the importance and need for protection cover, plus motivating the customer to act. So, the protection industry has changed for the better due to technology improvements. However, it's not all good. Technology is driving us down the road of individual pricing. As we get better at understanding the risks associated to individuals, we can give them an individual price. This is good news for many, but more and more of society will be rated, where protection will potentially become unaffordable or will deem the risk associated to that individual too great, and they may become uninsurable. Quotes force providers to be in the top 3 to secure business. Ultimately, this forces us down a preferred life route, resulting in fewer and fewer of the population getting that price. Product comparisons. Critical illness being an example of a product that we have just made so complicated that advisors need a comparison service with all its algorithms to figure out which one will provide the best coverage. What hope do we have for a customer being able to make this selection for themselves? How have we managed to do this to ourselves? Underwriting engines. They may allow immediate decisions, but do we run the risk of making cover more expensive for the most vulnerable? Or worse still, not offering any type of cover at all? Yes, it's good that we can make things simpler and do things quicker, but becoming smarter at understanding risk exacerbates the situation where we are pooling less. As an insurer, we should be pooling risks to cross-subsidise existing business. The peace of mind of the many cross-subsidises the few that need to claim. Understanding risks to a level of detail where you can accurately price is not necessarily a good thing. It will lead to selective practices where more and more of the population will find it harder to get affordable cover. Are we in danger, therefore, of making protection cover a bespoke solution for the individual? We must acknowledge the fact that the way we buy and sell protection insurance now is different to how it was 15 to 20 years ago, and it will be very different in 15 to 20 years' time. I see digital technology as a fantastic opportunity to improve access to protection for the masses. As an industry, you could say that we are failing society. The need for protection is still there, and we seem incapable of increasing the coverage of that to the population. How many times have you heard, "It won't happen to me"? But the reality is, it does. Cardiovascular disease, disease of the heart and circulation, causes more than a quarter of all deaths in the UK, an average of 420 people each day, or 1 death every 3 minutes. 1 in 2 people will develop cancer at some point in their lifetime. Every 4 minutes, someone in the UK dies of cancer. The consequences are clear to see. The NHS is already creaking at the seams. It isn't really there to help with financial consequences of a death of the family breadwinner, or a critical illness, or unable to work because of illness or injury. Growing reliance on charity for support, e.g. Macmillan, only growing because we have failed society and haven't made protection accessible to all. If we support more of the population by offering more cover, it eases the burden. In 2016, Macmillan supporters raised just under 245 million. Macmillan spent 192 million on services for people with cancer. Customers need motivation to act. Market growth remains a challenge. Advisors are still massively important. It's not an easy conversation. Customers won't necessarily buy themselves. They need advisors to motivate them to act. We need to educate customers. Protection cover isn't as expensive as they think. It's cheaper now than it was 5 years ago. So how do we use technology to help us increase access to the masses? We need to start thinking differently. We need to deliver protection solutions in a way customers expect from other industries. What are the new fintech startups thinking about, and who will start to disrupt our industry? Some things to consider. Open source data presents a new opportunity to utilize data analytics, providing much more information about a customer that allows us to offer protection in a proactive way. Artificial intelligence, whilst in its infancy, could really see the advent of more than just a calculator tool to help customers understand their protection needs. Online signatures are becoming an accepted norm that will remove paper from the protection journey altogether. The power of crowds. Crowdfunding, different pools, affinities, or community groups where people don't mind cross-subsidising each other. Are there circumstances, therefore, where customers would be happy to pay average premiums rather than cheapest in the market? Could these be regarded as ethical premiums because they help others who wouldn't have qualified for protection through a more rigorous underwriting process? We have guaranteed over 50s products. Why are they so popular? It's because everyone gets something. This is a popular concept, and can we work on that? Holistic protection solutions. Can we package individual protection up with other mandatory or more commonly bought covers? Trigger sales. For years, protection has been triggered following a mortgage loan, but what if it was buying a car or insuring the pet, etc.? Technology allows us to think differently, and we have a fantastic opportunity to use it to increase access to protection products and serve more of the population. We have let customer expectations grow beyond what we are delivering, and the fintech startups are eyeing up this market. Ladies and gentlemen, if we don't grab this opportunity, someone else will. This market is ripe for disruption. Telephone claims. The moment of truth for protection is when a customer claims on their policy. As this can be a very stressful and upsetting time, we want to make them feel as comfortable as possible, helping them submit a claim with minimum stress. We do this by offering flexibility around the ways they can submit a claim to us. We're one of the few providers offering a teleclaim service. This involves a claims assessor calling the claimant at a time that suits them to collect the required information over the phone rather than sending them a claims form. We'll then send them a copy of their answers to check. They only need to send something back to us if they feel something is inaccurate. All claimants will deal with a single claims assessor to ensure we provide excellent customer service while demonstrating sensitivity and empathy. We minimise delays in paying valid claims by encouraging customers to supply medical evidence themselves wherever possible, which we'll verify with their consultants. This reduces delays in waiting for GPs to return medical evidence to us, and this allows us to make claims decisions around 21 days quicker. Most patients will be allowed to bring away a copy of histology reports or discharge letters from their appointments with their consultant, and these documents can usually provide us with all the information we need to assess a claim. Often on teleclaims calls, we find that claimants have the information we need and they can email or fax it through to us, allowing us to pay their claim within days. What a great customer journey. We also support electronic confirmation of death, making the claims experience and their process quicker and more efficient. As we don't have to rely on original death certificates, we expect to regularly pay claims within 48 hours of the death appearing on the online death certificate site. This is great for the family, as the original death certificate is a precious document and families are often worried about it being lost. We can't accept photocopies as it is against copyright law, and if we asked a family member to send a copy, we are therefore encouraging them to break the law, and it's a criminal offence. We have access to the website where all death certificates are logged. If we can access the death certificate online for joint life policies, we can also look to pay the claim value direct into the joint bank account without having to wait for a payment instruction form. This means we can pay death claims within 2 or 3 days of notification, meaning the family can get on and settle funeral bills and debts, etc. One less thing for them to worry about. Use of email. We're looking to use email more and more. We can accept emails from claimants to progress a claim and can issue blank claim forms for completion via email if that's what the claimant would prefer. Customers can also email signed medical consents back to us and send us any medical evidence they have. Ultimately, we want to be able to deal with all claims as quickly as possible. The relatively new field of behavioural economics has also helped us refine our approach for getting medical information. An example is when writing to a GP, we put a bright yellow sticky note on the letter and write something like, "If you complete this form quickly for us, we can pay the claim and help the family clear their mortgage and remove some of their money concerns." The idea is the GP will want to help and therefore do it quicker. Transforming the process. Approach to vulnerable customers. This is an FCA initiative and it asks insurance providers to take extra care and steps with vulnerable customers. A vulnerable customer could be a claimant, someone hard of hearing, or who has lost their sight, who doesn't speak English, so struggles to understand. We treat all claimants with care, as it's a difficult time in their life when they're seriously ill or have suffered a bereavement. This is why we assign a single claims assessor to each claim, making sure claimants are kept up to date and offered options for completing a claim form. Government bereavement benefit charges. Families get less help in the event a husband or wife dies. They used to get help from the point of death until their children reached age 21, but now claimants only receive the benefit for 18 months. So it's now even more important than ever for families to have life protection. Funeral pledge. We pay the family's funeral director or funeral home up to £10,000 or the claim value if less than £10,000 in advance on all valid life insurance claims without waiting for probate. We advance claims of up to £10,000 for those without a will or probate, and that increases up to £100,000 for those with a will or probate. Not enough people are making wills and plans for their passing away, resulting in loved ones getting caught out by funeral bills they weren't necessarily expecting. This pledge helps families avoid getting into debt while they're waiting for the full life claim payment to be paid out. Electronic medical records for claims. We'd like to receive GP reports electronically from GPs rather than issuing a paper GP request. This would make the whole process slicker, faster and easier for GPs and speedier for customers. Electronic signatures across the business. We're looking at this for the future to allow us to collect signatures at underwriting stage and for medical consent for claims, producing a much more digital journey. We're also looking at this for trusts to simplify and improve the process for advisors and customers in writing policies under trust. Transforming our online service. This is important within digital technology. We're investing in our protection business to make it easier for you to do business with us and drive to a seamless experience across all devices, whether that be desktop, laptop, tablet, or mobile. Increased flexibility. You can quickly and easily adjust cover, add benefits, and delete benefits once you have an illustration. Adjust cover for an existing benefit. If you'd like to adjust the cover for a particular benefit, click on the Edit button next to the benefit name, or click on the benefit name on the Progress menu on the left-hand side of the screen. You'll be taken back to the Select Benefit screen, where you can then adjust the benefit amount, cover term, cover basis, and add or delete any additional cover, for example, waiver of premium. Once you've amended these details, click Next to generate an updated illustration. Add additional benefits. If you'd like to add another benefit, you simply click Add another benefit on the Progress menu on the left-hand side of the screen, and you'll be taken to the Select Benefit screen, where you can complete the details of the additional benefit you'd like to add. Add another insured person. If you'd like to do this, you can click Add Insured Person. You'll be taken back through the contact details and select benefit screens so that you can add the additional insured person's details. If you'd like to remove a benefit, you can click on the bin next to that benefit name on the Progress menu on the left-hand side of the screen. Increased flexibility. 58% of people are interested in protection that pays a monthly income rather than a lump sum. When we're looking at life protection and critical illness, do therefore consider family income benefit for these benefits. This will look very cost effective when compared to lump sum benefits. When looking at our system and improving the technology, we're trying to make questions clearer. For example, how many people know their unit consumption for alcohol? Not many. So we've switched to an easy to use alcohol estimator, and you can see from these questions that that becomes much simpler. Doctor's details. It's important that you provide accurate doctor's details, and we've provided a lookup feature to help you find their details quickly and easily. You click on the lookup details button at the top hand right-hand corner of the screen. This will take you to the NHS Choice Find GP Services tool for services in England. You can search for doctor details by entering a town or postcode. You can then copy and paste these details into your application. In getting a more accurate price, this screen shows how the price originally illustrated has been impacted in this example by disclosing that Greg has diabetes. You can see on the right-hand side there that the premium has therefore increased from just over £7 per month to just over £18 per month. When we look at our Policy Plus services, health and wellbeing service, loss of a family or friend. This is confidential counselling and has online self-help tools, and it's available all day, every day. The key person replacement service is a recruitment service to help keep clients' businesses running if they are a key employee or unable to work. When we look at the benefits for you and your clients, it's important that you feel comfortable with the technology and the services you have available. Quicker underwriting decisions for both clean and rated lives, access to estimated prices as you progress through the application so you can manage client expectations as you go through the application, a modern streamlined on-service that works on all browsers and devices, and support services available for your clients and their families throughout the life of their policy. We're continually working on further improving our online proposition, and this is including online trusts. We've already made our relevant life policy trust capability online, and we're looking to do that with our other trusts for our other personal and business related products. I hope you have found this session to be useful, and if there is anything else that you would like to know about or follow up on, then please do feel free to make contact with me on these details on the screen. Many thanks.